Good morning, and first of all, I would like to thank you for allowing me to be part of this process for the position of a supervisor. And then I will be answering on this video all the questions that it is supposed to be sent on this video, and also I will be sharing some opinions I have regarding the role to be a supervisor. The first one, it says that how do you balance your team's high quality customer service with AHT? And then, as you know, time is a valuable resource on these days. And most of the people that they call, they want the things resolved in a timely manner. And then when we talk about customer experience, it's also talking about that average handle time at the same time, because the customers always say how long it's going to take, what is this taking so long, and in order to provide the customer a better experience, it's going to be by doing the things in a timely manner. It means that every time we're going to try to resolve the customer situations, we need to make the customer to feel that we're doing this as fast as we can, and in addition to that, that needs to be realized on in terms of average handle time. It means that as fast as we resolve the customer situation, as fast the customer is going to feel good. And then the best way to teach this is going to be by giving tips about how to save time, to ask direct questions that make the agents to realize what exactly the customer is needing. So on this way, it can be resolved very quick. And then also finding on the account history, giving them the tips how to go straight to the point, such a way that we resolve the customer situations in a timely manner. Also, in terms of average handle time, I would like to be so fast in answering the agent's questions. For example, when they're asking on the chat or maybe raising the hand if it's in the call center, try to resolve as fast as possible, such a way that the customer is going to be also assisted in a timely manner. That is going to be by talking about the same. And then one of the most remarkable situations that we need to let the people to know it is, if you want your customer to feel better, be fast, because most of the times they're in a rush or they want the things to be done right away. And then basically we cannot separate the customer experience with the average handle time, because as fast as we do the things, as better the customer is going to feel. Now, it says that what's going to happen if I have an agent that is constantly asking for permission to be absent or arrive late to work. How would you handle these situations? Okay, the first I would do is I would be talking with the agent to know exactly what's going on, to know exactly what is causing this. If it's because it's a transportation issue, or if because this is a schedule conflict with maybe the university or other things that they have to do. And then once we evaluate that, once we know exactly what's going on that way we can find solutions for this. The solutions that I could consider on this is going to be making a schedule change, maybe to find a better schedule that better fulfill with the agent's requirement. That's something that we can try on this way. That person is not going to be late every day. Second, if it's not any valid reason, make them to know the importance to be on time on job, and then making them to follow the rules, making them to feel that keeping the job is important, because on that way basically is the way that they make the money, and then that's the way that they can keep their job, and then being late is not the best way for this. And then depending if it's a real situation that is something that is out of the hands of the agent that is causing this, that is being late every day, we will try with a schedule change. We will try to find a better schedule for the agent on this way to be on time as possible. And if it's not any valid reason, that is just because that person wakes up late or something like that, it's going to be a different, because that's going to be handled as a disciplinary action that we already know what to do. It says also that half of our agents are getting good results in quality, but are not doing the same in customer satisfaction. what would you consider a course to work? Okay, the first I will remark is the best way, the good way that they're doing in QA. Okay, and then that makes me know that they follow procedures and they do exactly the things on the way that the company is expecting for them to do. That we need to do is we need to make the customer to feel the same, that they are doing good. In that case, that we need to change is the way to express, the words to say, the tips to apply, in order to make the customer that person is a person that permanently follows the rule, that gives them a good result in QA, but we need to make the customer to feel this. In that case, the feedback is going to be about how to build rapport with the customer, how to say the things in a positive way, and then it is not offering the customer alternatives. It's not the same, for example, when a customer is calling because they want to add more hotspot gigabytes. That is not possible, and then the agent follow the procedure because it's not possible to do this. But depending on the way that you say that to the customer, is going to be the way that the customer is going to feel. In that case, because even though we're following the procedure, because the procedure says that we cannot offer additional hotspot gigabytes, we can also let the customer to know, okay, you can take advantage, for example, whenever you have an available Wi-Fi connection, to download movies or download series episodes such a way that you can watch them offline. On this way, you're not going to be using the hotspot to watch TV every time. Or for example, if the customer is using a platform like a Netflix or maybe any other one, Amazon Prime, whatever, they have the chance to download instead of live streaming, and this way the customer can take advantage of any available Wi-Fi connection. It's just to put an example. If we need to say the customer to know, it's going to be by offering alternatives. For example, if the customer is going to travel overseas and then we don't offer international roaming, to let the customer to know that there are some apps that could the customer take advantage of in order to keep in contact with the people that they need to keep in contact without using the cellular signal, just using a Wi-Fi connection. You teach that to the customer, and then this way you follow the procedures that QA is not going to take points about this, and you make the customer to feel well assisted. That is important on this, okay? And also to express the ideas, I think that one of the most that we'll try to implement is going to be, for example, it is so common to say, to receive feedback from the supervisors or some supervisors to say, okay, I don't want nobody getting a no on this team, and that's true, that's the idea, that's the goal, but making them to feel that it's not because the supervisor does not want. The most important is for them to get the benefits that they need to get. It is different when you say, okay, I want everyone on this team getting the complete bonuses because that is going to be good for you. They have the feeling that this is going to be good for them as itself. It's not because the supervisor wants, it's not because the supervisor today wants to bother us. It is because it's going to be important because I'm going to make more money, for example. And then we can translate the money on dreams, on maybe something that they want to do. And then we can like, okay, imagine what you can do with 100,000 pesos. Okay, I will do this and this. Okay, that is going to be that you will be getting if you get a yes and yes. And then making them to be the most important part of the change, instead of this is going to be good for the team or this is going to be good for the supervisor. No, this is going to be the first of all, it's going to be good for you, and you're going to be the first one affected if you don't get this, or you're going to be the one benefit if you get this. And then that is going to be very important to make them to know, or to make them to feel that is going to be good for them. And also always express the things in a positive way. Something that I will try to apply is, for example, when I need to provide a feedback to the agent that maybe could affect their attitude in front of the customer, or maybe they could be stressed, I would try to do this at the end of the shift instead of in the middle of the shift. For example, hey, you gotta know, and then okay, at the end of the shift, okay, let's review what happened, because I received a notice that you gotta know, but it's going to be important for them to, for example, keep the energy during the shift. That is very important to keep into account, because that they need to be a positive attitude, and the positive attitude is also important on the environment that they make the shift. Other things is going to be that I consider that it's important to identify the causes why the people is doing or why the people is not doing the thing. On previous experiences, I had the chance to work with the COPC rule. That is going to be like the ISO for call centers, and they have like 5 root causes that could be the reason why an agent is not doing the things in the right way. And then every time you identify the root cause, why this is happening, you can find a better solution for this. Okay, these are the ideas that I wanted to share with you. I hope that this fulfill your expectations, and hopefully I will hear news from you soon. Have a good day. Bye bye.